Alright, so today I would like to try to do a little bass run movement with kind of the 12-bar blues. I've had some people ask me what's a cool thing to start with, and this is actually one of the first things I started with, so I'll show you how it goes and then I'll break it down for you. So here it goes. Alright, so the chords that we have first I start with an E major, then I go to an E7, then I go to an A major, and I go back to an E, then I go to a B7, to an A, then back to an E. And then for the walk up, you go back up to the B7 again. And then from there, what I do is I add the actual bass guitar. So it's what the bass guitar is doing. So you can actually just play that part. So it's like... So that's the bass line, and you just kind of incorporate that in with the chords. It's not as easy as it sounds. Your thumb's not going to want to cooperate with you. Alright, then actually between the E major chords and the sevenths, pretty much what I'm doing is I am placing my three fingers, my first, my middle, and my third finger on the strings on the bottom, and they're set on those strings. It doesn't change. So your third finger is going to go on the first string, so it's going to go right here. Then your middle finger is going to go on the B string, and your first finger is going to go on the third string, and your thumb is going to work all the bass notes. So your thumb is actually going to be moving around for each chord pretty much 3 strings at a time, except until you get to the B7 and the last A major turnaround. Okay, so pretty much what you're gonna do is I'll slowly go through each chord and I'll tell you what chord that I'm on. Okay, so this is the E major chord with the bass run, and you'll see I'm plucking just the bottom 3 strings after each bass note. So I'm going to go while holding the E major chord. Another one. Then the next bass note, the third one. Then the fourth one. And the fifth one. Then you go backwards. So that just kind of, so the bass run that's for the E. Alright, for the A chord, pretty much what you're doing is now your bass run is actually going to be on still 3 strings. You're just going to be one whole set string lower kind of thing. So again, your 3 fingers are on the bottom. That's not going to change, and you're going to be going through the bass run. So you have so again you have open 5th string, pluck the bottom 3, always the same thing. Then the next bass note, same on the 5th string as well. Then the next one, the next one. You go backwards, and just the bass run for the chord, for the A chord, is All right, so let's kind of do the first B7 chord. So you're going to do the B7 chord, and again your thumb's going to play all the pretty much main notes, the bass notes, and then your 3 fingers again are going to be locked on those bottom strings and they're not going to move. So now the bass run is like this with the chord. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Okay, that's for the B7. And again, the bass run alone is Alright, so now we have the kind of turnaround. This is when we go back to the A chord again. And now what I'm doing is again, I'm kind of doing the same thing, but the bass run is a little different on this A chord. It's actually kind of neat. It's very chromatic. So it actually starts on the open fifth string, then the top string, 3rd fret with your pinky, 2nd fret with your 1st finger, open again, 1st fret with your 1st finger, then you go open. Okay, so there you go. And then to get back to the B7 chord, you're going to go back to the E major chord, the normal E major run, open A is the last note for that. Then now you're going to go chromatically open 5th string, 1st fret, 2nd fret, then strum the B7 chord. And then that's pretty much the whole thing. And then it just kind of keeps looping.